Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Sage. In today's video, I'm going to give you an update on my outdoor worm bed. So I built this outdoor worm bed about 3 months ago. I was going to be away for a couple of months, so I had to transition from my smaller worm bins to this outdoor worm bed. The reason was, this was going to provide much more space for the worms, much more food for the worms, and I also thought that the worms were going to be much more comfortable in this big space. For that, I had to transition from the smaller worm bins to this outdoor worm bin. Today, for the first time since I built this bin, I'm going to check in to see whether this was the right decision to make. For those past 3 months, not much activity has been going on in this bin, besides making sure that there is adequate moisture. So for the past 3 months, my mother has been making sure that the bin had adequate moisture. No food was added, no bedding was added, the worms were just left alone to do their business. Only moisture was added to the bin. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Before we proceed, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe, so that you won't miss out on any of the videos that I will be sharing on this channel. If you find this video to be interesting, don't hesitate to like and feel free to share with your friends and family. Okay guys, so you can see that there is this sack that is on top of the worm bed. The purpose for this is to make sure that the covering to the worm bed does not get blown away by the wind. Since we are in August, this is the month of strong winds, and this was to make sure that this plastic covering stay in place so that moisture is not lost from the bin. So before we even get into the bin, we are welcomed by these castings on top of the plastic coverings. This shows us that the worms have been exploring the top of the plastic covering. In the palm of my hand, I'm sure you can see that I've got a true black soldier fly larvae. This also shows us that the black soldier fly have been active in this bin. Before we go further in the bed, we are welcomed by some worms on top of the plastic covering. This bin was built with egg cartons, toilet paper rolls, eggshells, rabbit manure, and some rabbit bedding. From the look of things, I can boldly say that all those ingredients have been consumed, and we are now left with pure worm castings. The worms that have been active in this bin are red wigglers and African Nightcrawlers. So guys, let's dive in and check to see whether any ingredients that was used to build this bin is still there, or if we are now left with only pure worm castings. So I'm going to use my bare hands. I'm not afraid to interact with the worms. So this first handful that I picked from the worm bed is pure worm castings with some pumpkin seeds. Of course, this takes a long time to break down for the worms to be able to eat them. So the base of the bin, I had laid egg cartons, but as you can see, only the plastic which was put at the base of the bin is remaining. What this tells me is that all the egg cartons were consumed by the worms, and now they've been turned into worm castings. I'm sure now that you can agree with me that there is not any ingredient, any original ingredient that was used in the building of this bin that is still remaining. All we have now in this bin are pure worm castings and some fallen leaves from the avocado tree which is on top of this bin. So now I can confirm that this was a good decision to transition from the smaller worm bins to this outdoor worm bed. In a period of 3 months, all the ingredients that I used to build this bin have been consumed and they have been turned into worm castings. So as I said earlier, the worms that were inhabiting this outdoor worm bed were red wigglers and African nightcrawlers. So guys, as we saw together, I can conclude that this was a good decision to transition from the smaller bins to the outdoor worm bed for the duration which I was away from home. This can be attested by the number of worms that are in this bin and the fact that the worms are still alive and all the food that was put in this bin has been consumed and turned into pure worm castings. I am sure most of the worms have found a way out of this outdoor worm bed, and if I look beneath the outdoor worm bed, I'm going to find a lot of worms there. This will be a video for another day after I have harvested all these castings. So I just want to thank you for watching, and please, if you found this video to be interesting, don't forget to like.